Howdy, folks. I'm New Year's Day Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some new Reddit. It's old Reddit. It's leftovers from yesterday. But much like the new year, we polished it up, put a fresh coat of paint on it, and said, "Look, it's a new thing." And so we're gonna pretend like it is. Everyone's like, "Wow, Brian, you're so cynical about the new year." I'm not cynical about it. It's a great opportunity. Our first and only letter on this Saturday morning, Sunday morning special Reddit is titled, "Am I a jerk for demanding that I get my gift back?" I've been friends with this guy, M, forever, since like 7th grade. We're both 20 and 21 now, though. He's always been more of the beta, sensitive type, and I've always been more of the alpha, domineering type. This isn't to drag on him or anything, it just helps paint the picture. Anyways, in 11th grade, he got a girlfriend that had always kind of annoyed me. And she didn't like me either because I snapped at her one time when we did a group project together. For M's 19th birthday, I gave him an old graphics card of mine as he was building a PC, and at the time it was extremely hard to find graphics cards. He loved it and thanked me a billion times, and so on. Well, a few months ago, we were at a party and I was buzzed and started making a few jokes at his expense and at his girlfriend's expense. I didn't intend to be hurtful or rude, but the alcohol made it sound a little worse, I guess. I told M that he's a good looking guy and he doesn't go to the gym or anything, but he's tall and he has a beard, etc. His girlfriend, on the other hand, is like a 2 out of 10 max. She's quiet, she's not funny, and to be completely honest, I had no idea why he has been with her for this long. I said that honestly, I and our other friends expected him to have his fun with her and move on. You know? Yes, we all know. We expect you to just treat her dispensable, like a plaything for your amusement for a little while, and then move on. Not just date her for almost 3 years. Everybody at the party was looking straight at me, but I knew some of them are BSing because we've talked about it before and they agreed with me. M looked furious at me. M's girlfriends got her feelings hurt over it and left the party without a word to me or anyone else except the host. The next day, I got a long text from him about how he knows that we've been friends for a long time, but he was going to stop hanging out with me, mostly that we were clearly on different paths in life and stuff like that. I texted back that it sounds like a breakup or catfight, and I didn't get a response. I told him that if he didn't want to be friends with me after I've been in his corner for almost 10 years, that's his choice, but he better give me back everything that I've ever given him. Pay me back for every lunch or every ride that I've given him, and especially give me the old graphics card back. He didn't respond to that, but one of my friends said that I am being petty for no reason. I feel like I deserve it back. Otherwise, he's just been using me for 10 years and then dropping me the second his girlfriend wants him to. So am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
Yes, you're the jerk. With friends like OP, you don't need enemies. First of all, you don't seem to understand the concept of gifts, OP.
Yeah.
Gifts are things that are given to people without the expectation of a return. These were not loans. You're not like, oh, here, I'm spotting you some money. Oh, you can borrow this graphic card. These were gifts, and once gifts are given, that is generally that. There are very few exceptions.
Well, except for gifts that I give, and I expect all gifts to be returned to me at some point in time. Uh,
Yeah, you're not getting my Pokemon cards back.
yeah, those Pokemon cards are really mine in
Nope.
disguise. So, yeah, gifts don't work this way.
And also, how mean of a person do you have to be to say those kinds of things? It's one thing to not get along with your friend's partner, but a good friend will, as long as the partner's not manipulative or something, you'll just keep that to yourself.
Well, that's just it. Is that OP? Sometimes people move on in different life paths, and that's fine. Sometimes your friends from high school, well, a lot of times friends from high school will rarely be your friends in adult life just because people move on, they find different careers, they just stop talking to people who were in their past, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Those friendships just kind of, go away. They go to the wayside. But what you did here was cruelty. He doesn't want to associate with you because you were cruel to his girlfriend. And this isn't the second that his girlfriend wants him to drop you, right? It sounds like she's had a problem with you for a long time, and he was still willing to be your friend up until the point where you started ragging on her publicly, right? And I'm sure if he had known that you were talking about her privately, then he wouldn't have been happy about that as well. And your comments about her being like just a temporary thing are kind of gross in a lot of
They are
ways, right?
super gross. And it's not like Opie even has good complaints. Just, oh, well, she's quiet and she's not exciting.
People want a relationship because they connect on a deeper, meaningful level. And they have connected potentially on a deeper, meaningful level, right? And this relationship might last 3 years, it might last 5 years, maybe it'll last forever, who knows, right? But that's not your decision to make. And if you're going to accept your friend, you also have to accept the people he's going to be dating too. So that's really what it boils down to, OP. It doesn't sound like she's damaging him. Like if you had legitimate concerns about her being a bad person and doing bad things, like maybe she's like a robber at nighttime, right? Well, yeah, you probably want to be like, hey, your girlfriend's a robber. I really don't like the fact that she robs people.
Right. But oh, well, she's boring and you should have just used her because, of course, women are expendable. Like,
Yeah.
that's just really gross. Don't say those kind of things.
Yeah, so that's my thoughts. I think that you have a lot of growing up to do, OP. So anyhow, take care and good luck. You're the jerk. Every paragraph you write, an additional thing that you did. You are still young, and these things happen when you're young. Consider this a learning experience for future relationships. And Opie says, so if I'm young and these things happen, then why would he drop me over this? It was just the alcohol talking. Oh, that's actually a really good thing that I wanted to bring up. If you have problems like this with alcohol, then maybe not drink.
Right. Like, you can't just be like, well, it's the alcohol. You're still you when you're drinking.
Yeah.
If you know that you're going to say things you will regret when you're drinking, it's on you not to drink.
Everyone who's ever drank knows that you're full of BS. Just because you lose a little bit of your filter while you drink doesn't mean that you didn't internalize these feelings and didn't already have them, right? So you are just speaking what you already thought was true, and you did it in a maybe in a way that you wouldn't have normally, but these were still things that you had internalized. So, OP, yeah, of course they're not going to like you for things that you said because you still said them. The alcohol doesn't take over your mind and make you a different person. And Oracle Delphiox says, you insulted his long-time standing girlfriend to his face, and you think he's just going to be your buddy still. Holy cow. And OP replies, I don't expect him to still be my buddy. I'm just mad that he would throw away our 10-year friendship. Well, what is it then?
He's either still your buddy or not. Like,
Yeah. And Slugs Love Beer says, he's always been more the beta, sensitive type, and I've always been more the alpha, domineering type. I knew you were going to be the jerk as soon as I finished reading that sentence. Grow up. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea that strangely tastes like coffee right here. And Amber's got a joke from a horrifying joke book.
a joke and a fact. So we'll do the joke first. Where do school supplies go on vacation?
Well, Amber, it's been a long time coming to have this conversation. When we say the school supplies go up to Grandma's farm, up the river, where do school supplies go?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, up to Grandma's. Yeah, I know, up to Grandma's cottage in Pennsylvania. That's right. I don't have the heart to tell her. What's our fact about? Is it about Pennsylvania?
No, it is not. It's a silly stat. So this book has little silly stats mixed in.
Oh.
Pirates weren't just men. There were female pirates too. Grace O'Malley, Mary Read, and Bonnie and Ching Shi were some famous women who looked for treasure at sea.
Yes. And Mary Ann and
Mary Read and Anne Bonny.
Mary Read and Anne Bonny were very famous women pirates. So if you ever want to look up some crazy pirate stories, look those two up. They had some shenanigans. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this New Year's new episode, and I hope you're all having a great new year so far. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.